All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Leopard!
On 2nd down, Michel. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Route 20! Good stuff. Take 4!
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Gordon. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, escaping the pressure right, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They'll look to throw here. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Gronkowski's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018.
Here we go. 50-50.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Hightower coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here go Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Here go Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Hey, 20, 20, 20, 20. Go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Gronkowski unable to hang on, and that'll make it 3rd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. William Hayes in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
52's the mic, boys. 52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. All right, now, look at 56. Look at.
He'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A couple of big plays in succession there for the Pats. They're on the move. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Gun.
Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Amendola catching it left side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
50, 50. Hip. Here you go, right here. Run. Block. Run to the hunt. Run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for New England. 55 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start the drive with Dre. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Under. Hip. Block.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Clay.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Detroit! Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Able to push his way through. Looking for White on the... wide open. Complete. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gostkowski's kick is good. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tiger. Play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old
All right, now, Lucky
days.
56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Michel. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll go with the keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And they will run it with Michel. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Here you go, right here. Hey, 20. Go, zero.
Off play action, Tannehill. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Play. Tiger. Play.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there That's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5 on the 10. They should be ready to go.
They begin with Michel on the ground. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Again, it's Michel. And he's got room. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Set. Blue 90.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Patriots send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's
Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 24. Clay. Check. Here you go. Right here. He's coming. We got double up. Clay. Ready, hunt.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Crash. Let's go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here you go, Tiger.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Amendola, he was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing again is Tannehill. The Pets are going to get there, and down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down. And a give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
They're going to look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved.